Hi, I'm Marki Curtis. Welcome to my YouTube channel, A New Thing. This is my first video, and please charge it to my head and not my heart. I'm doing this completely gung-ho, no experience at all, but I know that it is time for me to do this. It's time for me to do a new thing. I'm from Ohio. I was born and raised, but I have traveled to over 28 different countries over my life. And now I'm just another Midwest mom trying to make her dreams come true. And so here I am. And I just wanted to share my journey as I pick up the pieces of my life and make them into something beautiful. I I have a history of childhood trauma. I also am a divorcee. I share parent with my children's father, and I used to be a flight attendant. And what else? What else is there? Say, I worked in nonprofit. I work in corporate now, and but I know that my true passion is photo journaling and connecting with people and sharing stories and inspiring people to help realize better futures for themselves and their families as I realize mine. The purpose of this page is to seriously get down to like the bare bones of my journey coming out of survival mode and being more into a taking a more assertive approach and more healthier approach, a more practical approach to creating the life that I really believe that I deserve and that my children should be able to experience. I'm going off of this completely without a blueprint, okay? I was the kind of person where I didn't grow up in the healthiest of situations, and so a lot of the things I learned in life, I had to learn the hard way. I didn't get a lot of guidance from elders in regards to my life journey. And so I was the kind of person where I was just always looking to find my place in the world, where I fit, and where was home. I've been on this constant journey to find home. And I feel like recently, through the past couple of years, at the age of 43, that I finally arrived at that place and I realized that home was always in here and here. And it was always within. And I'm not a Christian. I don't have a particular religious background. I used to be a Christian. I do still have a relationship with the Most High, but I don't have any ascribed religion. I'm just a person who genuinely is out here, and I love the Most High. I love people, and I just want to see everybody win in their life. I would love for everybody to really realize how amazing they are in their own unique way and have the confidence to show up as their true authentic selves and just enjoy their journey and allow themselves to freely create and curate the life that is truest to them. And I feel like if all of us do that, we can really make this world a better place collectively. So I know that was a mouthful. I thought I would be more organized. Honestly, I tried to find a way in my house right now that I could have a space where you could actually see me in decent lighting. And yeah, to just give you a little background, I hope you'll stay. You know, I'm not saying I have all the answers. Like I said, you're going to see me going through very practical, bare bones things, like to get things together in my life as far as my career, as far as being a parent, as far as finances, as far as my individual gifts and personalities, finding ways to authentically express those, and just finding out how I can be a better person in the world that I'm in. And so, and the ultimate goal is to really realize and activate my genuine, authentic self in this life, and hopefully bring some good to the world in doing so, and hopefully help someone else who may have not always had the guidance or the know-how to have the confidence to take a chance on themselves, and do, even if it's the little things, do the little things until they all add up to a big thing, and that's you really being free in your mind, free in your body, free in your soul, and just enjoying your journey of life. So I thank you for taking the time to join me today. If you would like to subscribe, I hope you would. And it's something that you're interested in, please feel free to subscribe. And my intent is to post one post every Friday. So I hope you will join me on this journey. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a little nervous because this is new for me. This is going to be very transparent. I have, and I know I'm saying a lot. See, I got stuff I got to work on. But my heart really feels right about this. I've had this thing in me, like even from, I would say from my early adulthood, where after all the trauma that I went through, I didn't even know that I had gaping wounds in my soul from things that I went through as a child. And in the midst of that, I was in college. I still was not self-aware at all. I was just going through the motions, And there was a point where Yah had told me, and that's who I call the Most High, Yah, where Yah had led me to this verse in the Bible, and I can't quote the exact which verse it was, but it was like, behold, I'm doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it? I'm making a way in the wilderness. And it just spoke to me, and he's reminding me of that constantly through the years, and in spite of me being stubborn, like, oh no, I got this, and telling y'all, like, look, I know you love me and everything, but I need people validation right now. I need people around me to really feel like I'm home and I'm somebody. And I learned a lot of things the hard way, but one thing I can say is that in spite of all the challenges that I had, voluntarily and involuntary, the Most High has never left me, and that message of hope has never left me either. And another thing that he did tell me about, and I believe is Jeremiah 29:10. I remember that verse, and it was like, I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you hope in the future. And I have consistently been on a journey to realize those plans, and it's taken a lot. It's taken a lot of deep soul work. It's taken a lot of heartbreak, and I'm saying on my part, because I was very stubborn. I was very stubborn and untrusting, but that was because when in my youngest and most vulnerable place, the people who were over me, I could not trust. And so I had became very stringent on anything that had to do with me having some type of control. And if I didn't have control, I would shut down. And so it took me a long time to recognize that I even had those issues, let alone start on the journey to heal them. But I will say a big pivotal year for me was actually in 2023. And actually it started in 2019 when I lost everything, and me and my children were homeless, and we ended up in a shelter. But we were able to get a home by 2020. But 2023 was also pivotal for me because as far as in my dynamics with people, relationships, like breaking people pleasing in my life, it was so pivotal. And it was so heartbreaking because it was like, the best way I can put it is like, it broke my heart, but it fixed my vision, and I ended up in a place where I had no friends. And it wasn't anything that I did wrong. It's just that I had to see for myself that the person I was showing up as in regards to these relationships, it was not being reciprocated or being valued or anything. And I had to learn to love me. in order to be able to appropriately give a guide for others to do the same. But please join me on this journey. Subscribe. I look forward to sharing.